Jane tried her best, but she didn't succeed. She was close to losing it all. Jane Miller had spent over a decade working tirelessly in a marketing firm. Every morning, she woke up to the blaring sound of her alarm, rushed through breakfast, and fought through traffic to sit at the same desk she had occupied for years. She had stability, a steady paycheck, health benefits, and a decent apartment in the city. But deep inside, she felt trapped. Something had to change. An old friend, Mark, had left the corporate world years ago. Over coffee, he shared his success story: passive income, financial freedom, working on his own terms. That night, Jane spent hours researching how to escape the 9-to-5. She had a plan: cut expenses, eliminate debt, invest wisely. She sat back in her chair, staring at the neat bullet-pointed list. "This is it," she whispered to herself. The first few months were brutal. She swapped Starbucks lattes for instant coffee. Her friends noticed. "You're really going all in on this, huh?" they asked. "Yeah," she'd reply with a forced smile. Her side hustle freelancing was slow at first. Nights spent hunched over her laptop, writing articles for pennies. But then, small wins started appearing. It wasn't much, but it was progress. A year later, Jane stood outside her boss's office, hands trembling around the resignation letter. Her passive income covered her rent. Her side hustle was thriving. That evening, she walked home feeling lighter than she had in years. The city lights shimmered like stars, the air crisp with the scent of autumn. For the first time in her life, she was in control. The months that followed were incredible. She took her laptop to cafes, beaches. Her investments doubled, then tripled. People started noticing. Followers, clients, sponsors. "You're an inspiration, Jane." And she was. Suddenly, the market took a dip. Her bank balance shrank. She had to believe it was just a rough patch. Weeks passed. The rough patch wasn't ending. Her inspirational posts, fake. Her advice to others, lies. She barely left the apartment. She tried applying for jobs. Her old company had already replaced her. Tears blurred her vision. She closed her laptop and lay on the couch, staring at the ceiling. Desperate, Jane reached out to Mark. Seen. No reply. Jane stared at the phone. She was completely alone. The rooftop was cold beneath her bare feet. The city stretched endlessly below, a sea of flickering lights. Her heart raced. Maybe this was the only way. Mark scrolled through his phone. He found out Jane was dead. He sighed, put his phone down,